They do not know the rising towers of Hillbrow. They do not know the sprawling suburbs of the north. They do not know the sweet sounds of isiXhosa, Afrikaans, Sesotho. They do not know our ways. They do not know our people. They do not know us. We are not waiting for permission. We are not asking to be seen. We are our own region. We are SSA, RSC Johannesburg, RSC Nairobi, RSC Saint-Denis. This is not just a league, it is a movement. 4 seasons deep, and we are only just beginning. We train on 200 ping. We grind through blackout. We fight through silence. And we win anyway. This is Sub-Saharan Africa. This is our fight. This is season 4.
Whoa. There we go. Almost had it wrong there. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining me, Bromeo. We had a sort of a late start. Things just happened, and here we are. How are you? Oh, great. I also did not expect to be here tonight. Was chilling. I heard about it. I knew they were going to play, and then suddenly I just got a message, and Muzz, who actually put everything together, is stuck at school, and he's like, can we step in? And yeah, here we are stepping in, and it looks like everybody's ready to go. So we'll chat and get everything as we go and tell everybody how things are working and everything as we play. But yeah, so much. Point High School versus Edgemead High School. 2 great schools. What do you think?
In the chat or something, just let a brother know that I'm not speaking to the wind.
There they go. They're gonna hear you now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still muted. You need to unmute me somehow, bro.
It's gonna go through. It's just a bit late on that side. But yeah. Let's see if chat can see us now.
Must I do some talking? Okay, there we
There
go.
we go. It looks
All
like
right.
I get things happening here on this side. Yeah, it's
Man,
always me, Mavadan. It is what it is.
it is what it is, and you know, I'm used to the Greybeard streams where something doesn't work straight off the bat. So it's nice. It's nice. It's a nice little homecoming, a pleasant little touch that you made. So thank you for making me feel at home. That did work. I feel a lot more comfortable now, and I'm excited for this. I love high school Rocket League. I got to cast a bunch of these players at AGC, and I don't think I saw Point High there. But
no, they were the only school from, let's say, the top 6 that was really missing. It would have been cool if they were there. They did not make plans in time, so they couldn't make it. But yeah, if they were there, it would have been great. Then all the big dogs would have been there.
I mean, that would have been very cool. I suppose that's why this show match is happening now. They need a little bit of shine. And what are they preparing for? Because you said they were preparing for LAN.
Yeah, the teams can go in if there's somebody listening. They can start joining. But we are preparing for the Comic-Con coming up. What's it, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks in August, late August. And yep, it looks like everybody's joining. And they've both qualified, both are top 4. And if I'm not mistaken, they are seated 1 in one group and seeded 2 in another group, so they are going to play against each other.
Top of the tops. Well, here we go. The match is underway. And very shortly, you're going to see it on your screens. And that is all we need to know. Straight off the bat, Clerks scoring a goal. And he said, I must not mistake him like Greybeard does, because he usually goes under the moniker Eclipse. And that says something. The fact that he's going under his government name right here, right now, as Aaron Bird plays it straight through towards the goal. And it's going to be a runaway. And here we are. 5 seconds in, a goal apiece.
Oh, there we go. That makes up for me not getting everything ready. This is what happens if you get last minute streams. But we are here. We are starting all over. It's now. We'll start now. It's 0-0. Take it away.
Yeah, they did it for us. Well, here we go. Demos off the bat. Aaron Bird on Legal of Voxy. Getting the flick does Clerks. And this is a little bit dangerous as Valas Chalas tries to get the touch. And Dre now, the prolific striker on the point high. And just so that you guys know, if you can't read, point high is in blue, Edgemead is in orange, and boy, does this overlay look damn sexy.
Yeah, and it's a best of 7, and like I said earlier, this is my first best of 7 being a part of, so you might need to do a lot of the talking. But yeah, this is obviously 2 very good schools, 2 of the top 4 schools in the country, and they're gonna vie for top in the country again. Obviously, Edgemead doing very well at AGC.
I think they did okay. I remember Clerks standing on a podium of some sorts. I would go so far as to say they did so well that they might have won it. That was the thing. They won the whole event, so they are considered the best high school in the country right now.
Yeah,
and yeah.
So far, nobody has won AGC and one high school esports league with ES Gaming in the same year.
Okay, so that's a who do they need a break. But speaking of breaking things, Legal of Oxy hitting at top bins, and like that was some pretty good control, but it came out of absolutely nowhere, and that was the impressive part, is that they just kept up the pressure, did Edgemead. So now that we see this game underway once more, it is Edgemead now with the lead. They've got the edge, you could say, and that's a very strong clear from point high.
Yeah, very, very good work here from them. That was a good pass there in the corner, making a good play there from nothing. And there they do it again. Find a little teammate jump there. Dre carrying the ball away. The Point High School team obviously doing very well as well. They missed AGC, so I'm sure they would obviously want to make a statement here tonight. I can't remember the score when these two played against each other previously, but I almost want to say Edgemead has got one over.
I think Edgemead took this one. I don't think it was convincing. And so, Point High, with Dre scoring most of their goals. I do remember him being pretty imperious in his form, as this game has turned into a bit of a scrap. It is 2-1 halfway through the game, and Valas Chalas has found himself on the edge of most of those, as Aaron Bird trying to come down on this one. And boost is going to be an issue. I see Point High as being a bit starved for that. I know that their coach, S. Falcon, is a big proponent of effective boost usage, as Dre plays it out into the open. This might be in. Took a double commit to make the save, as Valas Chalas takes the shot across now, and a double demo as well, and he is on fire.
Yeah, there comes that signature Point High School, very physical, demo high, rotation high, stealing the boost. That's their gameplay, and it's coming in early game 1. Normally they start a bit later, so obviously they're respecting their opponents a lot more.
Well, yeah, this is one of those games that could be on a runaway here, as Dre picks up the equalizer for Point High, and not a second too late. There was a bit of a slip in the rotation. It could have been a demo, but that is all the space that they needed, Yuckles.
Yeah, there you can see almost running in front of his teammate as well, trying to clear the path for him to score the goal, but it was not needed. Dre, obviously one of the better players in this lobby, and he's going to carry this Point High. Aaron Bird also doing very well, but Legal of Oxy, and team. Legal of Oxy, just so everybody knows, won this weekend's schools 1v1 challenge as well.
I didn't know that. So the school is full of champions, and Legal of Oxy did the most at the AGC LAN as well. He really came out of his shell here. But speaking of supreme pressure being applied by Point High, Legal of Oxy getting demoed for his demo, and it's turning into a game of aggression. I know nothing is on the line, Yuckles, but with 1 minute left on the clock, I don't think either team is thinking about pleasantries right now.
Yeah, nothing is on the line, but everything is on the line. You want to go to LAN? No. You at least beaten one of the top teams going to LAN. Having a little bit of confidence is key.
That land buff would be pretty important. Dre now passing it down. Clerks almost getting bumped, and Aaron making a superb last-ditch effort there. No boost in the tank. Still none to speak of, but with 30 seconds left on the clock, we are facing the possibility, a very real possibility of a game 1 overtime, but not if Legal of Oxy can do anything about it. Coming in once more, keeping the pressure up is Snowy, passing through to the middle. Clerks takes the shot, and there you have it. It is 11 seconds left, but Edgemead now in the lead.
Yeah, and what a pass. I just wanted to say Snowy was quite silent throughout the game, and there he comes in making the good pass, and they up 1.
Ooh. Well, 10 seconds left on the clock now. They're going to count it down. Aaron Bird playing it backwards, tactical even. Valas Chalas trying to get it out now. Legal of Oxy doing his best to put it down here, and that is it, Yuckles. Game 1 goes to Edgemead.
Yeah, Edgemead doing very good there. Field domination, everything still very close, and maybe they've taken a while to warm up as my stream and everything just to get settled. Hopefully game 2, not that game 1 was a runaway, but it was very close, but there was points, it was stagnant in the center.
Well, it did have long periods of play where it could have gone either way, and it did stay all the way until 11 seconds left on the clock to give it that way. So it seems Clerks was MVP. He had a majority of the possession and shots, and deservedly so. But this game was a lot tighter than what 5 goals makes it look like. It was early game jitters, but as we're heading into the second one, Yuckles, if you're on the side of Point High, what are you saying to your players right now?
That's game 1. We'll run it back. It's a best of 7. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Definitely not going to win it in the first game.
Well, the first game is done. It is now time for game number 2, as it was a pretty stagnant kickoff. Demos abounding once more, which means the attitude continues. Snowy, we're trying to put it in through. Clerks keeping the pressure up, but Dre reading it superbly, trying to get it out. Played it along down. Valas Chalas in the middle. Fakes it in, but Snowy gets it high. Plays it up. Clerks wins the challenge. Is coming back down here. Shot coming through and saved by Dre. And an early skirmish going heavily in favor of Edgemead.
Edgemead doing very well. Clerks almost gets it, a little sneaky shot in there, finding his opponent sleeping. But they're still on the attack. Point High School is going to have to try and make something out of this attack. But they just give the ball over again to Edgemead.
Ooh, shot coming here by Clerks, and there he gets it. It is game number 2, and it is Edgemead once more claiming that it is a pass from Legal of Oxy, but Clerks, with the finish, finds its way to the back of the net. Dre doing his best to claim that one, but unfortunately not getting there. So superb start for Edgemead. They'll want to continue. You see Valas taking an aggressive kickoff, going for the demo rather than the ball, or at the very least, a very big chase. As Snowy not being able to get the touch across, allowing Point High to reset.
Yeah, that's a good reset. Point High always pushes the ball all the way to the opponent's side. But it does feel like they're not keeping the ball as long as they should. Aaron just popping it there to Clerks, but both following up, but there's nothing from it. And Point High gets an opportunity as everybody pushes up. The ball is still hanging around here in the middle. Good flip there. But Edgemead rotates back very quickly.
All rotating, they do. They are very quick back on defense. You were right about that. And it is about boost usage as well, as they try and camp the corners, wait for the spawn, and then they launch their counter from there once everybody has enough fuel to make the long, arduous journey. Speaking of, Dre picking up the corner boost, but turning it into an absolute tussle as Clerks is going to contest this, misses the 50, but Aaron Bird now getting the touchdown. Snowy forced into 2 quick touches there to stop it down the middle as Legal of Oxy gets the pinch off the wall. It's now deep in the point high side, but they can't get it out as Dre attempts some aerial trickery. It lands a bit funny, and Aaron Bird going to pick up the boost, going to go for a demo. And I think this is the most effective that Point High have looked so far in the game.
Yeah, there's a good passage of play, but as you say, they make a small mistake and they almost get punished for it. But Dre gets the ball away, and there's an opportunity there. Very quickly back there, Snowy, as Point High School tries and makes something out of it. Legal of Oxy with a little sneaky touch there as well. We're just hanging in the middle. Oh, both teams with, and something could have happened there for both sides. Dre gets it past.
Something happening. Yeah, there we go. Open goal. Sorry, Yuckles. That was just too juicy. I feel like this was a culmination of just solid rotates, because they just played the ball and waited for somebody to drop out, go collect boost. It forced the overlap. It forced the mismatch. And eventually, it was just a free shot at goal. And I feel like that was possibly the most, some of the most efficient play we have seen today from Point High. And now with 2 minutes left on the clock, it's only 1 goal apiece. It is about to be 2-1 by Dre, winning a contest and completely invalidating what I was trying to say. But a fantastic cut there.
Yeah, I think Dre with that little carry there just came alive. Got some more confidence. You can see him attacking a bit more. And this show match has just come alive. Point High School potentially going to draw this, and Valas gets the ball away again. But he's pushed it straight into Legal, and that's the one play you don't want to push it towards.
100% now. Shots coming across once more as Clux tries to fend it out, forced into defense once again, this time with 0 boost. He is going to aim for that mid boost. They are both tussling for it, and I think both of them missed it as Dre plays the cross down the middle. He's going to go for another touch, but Legal of Oxy coming from the side, forced into a desperate counter. Aaron Bird taking the shot, but easily read. I wouldn't say easily, actually. Legal of Oxy, though, playing it out. Now, Dre beating with the flick, has one more to beat, takes the shot, and Dre, lethal as ever, turns it into a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, Dre, look at that, pops it over one, gets it above Snowy. Perfect placement. He couldn't have placed that a bit better. And Muzz is here. Welcome to your own show match, Muzz.
So for context, Muzz was the man who set up this show match, and unfortunately duty calls, and he wasn't able to make it through. So we did pick it up, and don't worry, Muzz, we're holding it close, we're holding it dear, and just our Point High and on their lead as Snowy trying to force it through, but Valas Chalas makes sure of it as 45 seconds left on the clock, Yuckles, and Point High are looking supreme.
Yeah, there was a small opportunity there. If Legal wasn't pushed up that high, we could have been drawn here. But they still get another opportunity. Legal pushes out, but it's quickly picked up here by the Point High School team. And the ball is pushed away, and they only got 10 seconds. One more push for Edgemead. He gets in. Oh, they get it in. The ball just stays there. I couldn't find words, just waiting for something to happen.
Well,
good
how
little
was that touch,
slow yeah, very good. Getting that ball so low. And we up 3-2. Yeah. They've got 20 seconds. There's a shot, but there's a small slim shot there. Legal getting the kickoff.
Well, they could do it. Clerks. No. Taking it through the sky. Met there by Valas Chalas. Snowy taking the ground route. And it's a very slender lead now, a 1-goal lead. But you'd fancy them to hold on to it as Aaron Bird not being able to get the touch there. But Valas Chalas making sure of it. And I think, Yuckles, that was potentially the best result for a game 2, because this is a best of 7. Both teams now have one in the bank, and Dre deservedly picking up that MVP for a commanding performance in that second game.
Yeah, Dre definitely managed this lobby very well in the second game. And what's even better is this is top 4, and this just shows the level of both players, not only in skill, but how quickly they can bounce back after losing by 1 goal, jumping around and just beating the other team by 1 goal.
No, that is absolutely true. There has been a bunch of stats here that are important to note. Is that the score was 3-2, but the field domination was 40% to Point High and 60% in favor of Edgemead High. So as we head into this game number 3, it is counting down right now. I would feel that although Edgemead lost game number 2, they won't be disheartened. This is an experienced outfit, but this is a kickoff goal for Point High off the edge of Dre. And I just want to see here, it was a very aggressive kickoff leading to that goal, and it's starting to establish a pattern here, Yuckles.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, who do you think is going to win game 3? But I was about to choose Point, and now they've scored.
Oh, I mean, it is very, very convenient that you pick Point as Dre smashes in another one, and it's only been 9 seconds on the clock. This is the point where you see players like Dre starting to flourish, is when they've got their tails up, and Edgemead need to watch out now, because a little dip in mentals is all the difference that Point High need to take the lead in this one, and almost there, a quick goal.
There's a good carry there from Snowy, trying to get this Edgemead side for getting in there, but Clerks comes through. But it looks like this Point High School is getting their J's especially warmed up. Leaves it down to Valas, and Valas pushes the ball towards, but Snowy gets opportunity. Is he going to pass? Gets almost finds Clerk. But yeah, Edgemead has come alive. Oh, and there's Valas just jumping in to save the day. But even though the scoreboard says 2-0, I don't think this is over.
I don't think it's over at all. We're only hitting a minute on the clock now. There's still 4 minutes left in this game. You still have players like Legal of Oxy, Clerks, and Snowy. As he went for a bump here, Dre getting bumped in the process. Now Clerks forcing himself into the play and making Point High sweat for a little bit, as a little demo here could be awkward, but Clerks with supreme confidence, getting the demo, getting the flick. And if it wasn't for an Aaron Bird touch there, it would have been a goal, but not speaking too soon. Here's Ballas forced into a save.
Yeah, Clerks did a massive play there, doing almost everything. Get themselves 2 opportunities, but Point High School faces them off and carries it towards the other side. Can Valas misses the ball. He gets to Snow. Snow also just leaves it there for Clerks. Clerks with unfortunate team bump, and this is the opportunity for Point.
This is that opportunity. Legal of Octi now with possession on the wall, takes it to the ground, misses it, or we call it a fake because he gets the bump and opens up play into the corner now, forcing Valas into a very slow clear. This has changed in direction. Aaron not being able to get the touch. And it is back and forth, but a rogue shot there almost means disaster for Point High, but quickly recovered there, as once again, it allows Point High to mount an attack if they could just get out of their own half. The pressure being applied here by Edgemead is supreme.
Yeah, Edgemead giving all the pressure, but they just can't find that back net. Taking it all the way to their own side. Snowy tries to set up the next one. Clerks coming in for the bump or a shot. Both at the same time, and Clerks gets it set again. And Legal is there ready for the ball, and this is looking good for Edgemead.
It is looking good for Edgemead. They have had a lion's share of the possession and the territory, but they just haven't been able to play it in front of net. The corner defense, 4 Point High, has been immaculate. This is broken play. They can take a shot, but Aaron Bird screaming across the line to make the clear, get a demo, and you can definitely see the tactics are paying off. Legal of Voxy there waiting for the shot, and it was a pinch. What a goal.
How quick is that? Where's it? 124 Ks. What a shot there. Good pass there. One teammate to another, and he found stop corner. That's perfect play.
Well, it's the response we wanted to see for Edgemead, as it reduces the deficit to 1 goal. This has been a feisty game number 3, but we love to see it. And right now, Aaron staying on the play, takes the shot across, forces Clerks into a save. Now, put into a corner, but Valas Chalas gets it back. He's going to try and Doomsy dish. Doesn't get it, but he gets some boost in the process. Now it's Dre's turn. Gets through the bump. It's going to create a little bit of consternation on the Edgemead defense. And what a sustained period of attack here from Point High. Gets a demo in there. Gets the flick across, but doesn't have the radar. It goes wide. But the attack isn't done yet, Yuckles.
Yeah, Legal and team is going to have to step up if they want to try and do something now. They got themselves in the game. Now they are not getting away. This Point High School team putting on continuous pressure. And led by Dre and Valas, who's been stepping up. And there goes Valas again. No boost. He losses out the boost, but he gets the corner boost. And Clerks are trying to get this ball away, but the ball just bounces to the corner. You can definitely see Point High School trying the bonk, but you can see Legal chasing the player there. And it almost creates enough havoc for them to have a little sneaky shot.
Oh, Legal of Oxy trying the sneaky route. Lead blocker there, trying to force the defense out the way. Puts the cut through, gives it to Clerks. Now back to Legal of Oxy. It's only Dre on the line. Can this pass work? Brilliantly read by Dre and possibly saved the game for them, as with 15 seconds left on the clock. Now they're going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat. Giving up possession to Clerks. Clerks still playing with it. Feeds in a fake. 7 seconds left on the clock now. They're going to see if they can get it through to the middle. Feeding through a fake is Clerks. Snowy taking the 50. Aaron getting off the line. This is looking like a Point High win, and it is. Game number 3 goes the way of Point High, 2-1.
Man, I really thought this field domination is going to be a lot higher, because it really felt like Edgemead had more ball control.
Edgemead always had the possession, but it doesn't show that on the scoreboard, as the end is Stray picks up MVP once again with 490 points and 2 goals to his name. But have a look at that field domination. It was equal, but the amount of shots was not. So the winner is generally the team who takes more shots. 7 coming from Edgemead, 3 coming from Point High. But take a guess, it was Point High taking the dub here.
Yeah, and there you can see Edgemead also coming in with a lot more demos. This is the first game. I think they've got 3 demos as well. So they're coming to the party. They're playing Point High School's game back at them. Getting the shots, but it's not getting in. It's not on target because there's 2 saves made and 1 goal. So it's just wide or just not there.
Well, we love to see it, as we're getting set up for the next game now. And it is entering a critical time of the match where Point High now have taken a definitive lead, because despite the kitchen sink being thrown at them by Edgemead, it has resulted in another win. So they have a 2-1 game advantage heading here into game number 4, and we'll see another kickoff goal here for Point High. And Yuckles, take us through this kickoff.
Man, Dre just beats him at the flip, and it's back at the back. It's open, and except for this little good kickoff tactic, what happens if Point High wins here and they win at AGC? Does this make them the new favorite?
No. Do you know what? I do think that if you win AGC, you can consider yourself the best until the next one. Yep. Or at least for a couple months afterwards, because right now it is a friendly game, and I think that when chips are really down, that's when you see teams. So I do think that it'll give a team like Point High a psychological advantage if they take this one through. But I don't think the story is fully written yet. But speaking of stories, Snowy now trying to get the beat across, tries to get the bump, but Trey getting a clear and a half out of it and forcing this Edgemead side to get really creative with their attack.
Yeah, Legal almost pushes the ball and the car into the goal with a good play there. Clerks almost finding a little pass there to his own teammate. Well, they are doing good in the air, but they are running out of boost. Snowy trying to find Legal. Legal with a good aerial control. He's running out of boost, but Dre and
Ooh.
teammates ready there to get that ball away.
Well, you see possession once again favoring Edgemead as they take a shot across, forced into the double commit. Is pawned high, but Valas Chalas getting the clear across. Clerks forced into an awkward save, gets the touchdown, and Snowy fancies himself with a clear, but demoed for his efforts was Valas Chalas. Now Legal Voxy passing down to Clerks, not being able to get it across now as Dre retains possession, puts it into the corner, up against the backboard, but couldn't get the shots. As now, Edgemead are looking to attack once more.
Oh, then Clerks almost gets another ball in there, but it's this point High School is doing very well to keep that ball away from the goal. As soon as Edgemead comes closer, they just swarm on the ball, 2 players, and Legal with a good carry. Can he find a teammate? Ball gets pushes to the middle, but Snowy gets opportunity, but it's going to be too high. Anybody following up? But no, it gives Dre opportunity to push that ball away. But it's still Edgemead, and they're going to be rewarded for this continuous pressure. And Legal squares up the game 1-1.
I was about to say, Point High looks so comfortable playing from deep, and I think that's why it suits them to play, because they play on the counter. But Legal of Oxy finding a chink in the armor and finally breaking through to the back of the net and stops it from being a shutout. As a much-needed goal came through. Are they going to give it up just yet? No, they are not. But how close is that? Forced into a triple commit. And looking pretty shaky on defense, but not so afraid as they can't launch their own demo after demo as Valas Chalas lays it into the corner rather safely and allows this Edgemead High to get an attack going now as it struggles to break out of the halfway line, Yuckles.
Yeah, the ball's just being played in the air when we had a few. We had a good kickoff again there by Point High School, almost getting another one from kickoff. But Clerks gets a good 50 there, pushes the ball all the way, but Dre's there with no boost, but he manages to get it away and almost Edgemead just too high. And Edgemead's getting a lot. Edgemead's getting a lot more opportunities, and they're getting a lot more closer. This could be it could be a long night.
It could be indeed, and I'm not sure if you noticed, but they've got a signature style. They've got that pass play, that short pass play that Clerks and Legal of Oxy like playing. They play on the quick counter. They play off the short pass because generally the second defender is playing deep or back post. So they play a short pass in front of the defender and then force that quick change in direction. And that's how a lot of their goals happen as they break chains of defenses. Right now, no defense is breaking as it's only 1 goal apiece after 4 minutes of gameplay as Dre now puts it out, hands it off to Aaron. Aaron playing the pressure, playing the enforcer, if you will. This could be dangerous, though, as Clerks has possession, takes a little bounce shot, gets the demo, gets the shot off the backboard, but absolute saving by Dre, and that was incredible as we're now heading down into the last 40 seconds, but drama everywhere, Yuckles.
Yes, heroic work here on the back line. Edgemead throwing everything at the goal, but it's just not going in. And we might head to extra time, but 30 seconds more and it's still Edgemead doing all the attacking. It would suck to see this one go in, and it almost goes in, and Clerks does a wonderful save there. Snowy gets it past one. Snowy gets it past the second one. Legal's he's gonna beat. Oh!
Oh no!
No!
Oh no! Oh no! Absolute dramatics on the line as Dre gets the demo, but Legal of Oxy here gets the touch. Valas misses, and Dre rotating back hits it into the back of his own net with only 6 seconds left on the clock, Yuckles. This is drama at its finest. This is cinema. He gets a demo for his frustrations. He's going to want to try and keep it up now, but this should be, failing all of it else, a Edgemead win, and it is. So now we take it to 2 games apiece.
Man, a lot of games has spoken about timing issues and getting lucky, and that's one of those moments. Unfortunately, Jay just unlucky taking a route and the ball just pops in front of him. Unfortunately, pops it in. But that means for us, we are back at 2-2. And now we've got a best of 3 left. And now this is a lot familiar for more people. Because they play best of 3s a lot. Field
Well, here we
domination
go.
still heavily in
Yeah.
Edgemead's side. They are dominating the field, dominating possession, getting a lot of shots. But they're unfortunately not getting, their radars are not set in yet.
Well, you feel like a game like this is always destined to go far. Two very, very high quality teams, as we've just seen somebody drop out and jump back in quickly. That was nothing. I was worried that we are going to have to go, whoop, let's pause this game. But no, we are not. It is game number 5, and we are on the way, seeing another aggressive kickoff. But could it have worked against them? Yes, it has. It looks like this Edgemead side is learning. They countered the aggressive kickoff. Clerks went straight off the cheat, caught it on the bounce, back of the net, Yuckles.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say, I hope there's not a kickoff goal again. And this series has been hit with kickoff goals. I assume both teams are trying new kickoff stats for LAN. And it's working and then it's not working. But at least we're getting a game out of it.
I agree completely.
Yeah. And this is the main reason why this match was organized, just for them to get some proper training in. And why not do it live?
No, 100%. I completely agree with that. And we're being treated to an absolute fest of demos and goals as some aggression on the back line. Dre playing it defensively back. Is he going to go for a psycho? He tried to put it down, but Aaron making sure that they didn't pay for the lack of psycho there as Valas plays it up, puts it through into the corner, but Clerks puts it there. It's not dangerous yet until it is. And they've got enough time to reset this, got enough time on the clock, but they're both playing for counters and quick attacks.
Yeah, both teams feel like they're just sitting back a bit, just trying to get everything going, waiting for the opportunity to strike. They don't want to make a silly mistake at this stage. Because we are deep in the game. Valas almost gets another unlucky touch there. And the ball is just tempting this goal, but they're going to get away here. And Edgemead could have jumped on that, but it's still an attack there from Snowy. Getting two players out to draw, and it's Snowy again. Gets it past one. But this is fielded away from Point High School.
Well, here we go. Clux always gets that first beat. He's very good at that. Forcing a defense to scramble quickly from that second man perspective as Dre stealing a mid boost, which is a good advantage. Hits the backboard now, Dre trying to get that redirect. Very well read by Legal of Oxy as he plays it up against the backboard. And this is for field domination as they steal the point high boost in the corner, forcing them to play defensively. And here we go, shot coming, but Snowy allowing it to go wide, and that's the clear.
Yeah, Legal did very well to put that ball there right in front. He just needed a teammate to jump on it. Point High School reacting very well. This ball is left, but again, Dre, this is a Dre versus Legal battle, trying just to set up the play for their teammates to pop off. And here we go once again, Legal. Can he get it past one? He fakes it out, but Dre was ready for that ball.
That was incredibly cheeky there by Legal of Oxy as Dre attempting the aerial trickery. This is a little bit awkward on the line. Aaron to play into the corner, hits the crossbar, hits another crossbar, and wow, getting out of jail left, right, and center as Legal of Oxy now trying to get the clear out, but pressured straight onto the line. Clerks doesn't have much boost. This could have been awkward. Nobody on the line here to take the shot as Legal of Oxy now with the clear, and that's looking a lot better for this Edgemead side as he tries to fake out one, gets the clear flick across, hits the ground, could be in, saved by Dre, and absolute clamoring on the line by Point High.
Yeah, man, two sides, end to end, both getting near misses and near scores. And it just shows how good these players are, rotating back in time. Dre's already there, but unfortunately just gets a mistouch there, but he keeps the ball in the air. Did he get the play away? And he's setting up his team.
Well, he is indeed playing it out into the middle now. Legal of Oxy happy to take it back, pick up the boost, and reset this attack. He's going to play it down the middle. Aerial attack now. Plays it to the ground, passes to Clerks. Now Clerks Putting it up, tries to get the redirect. Doesn't have the boost for it, though. This is going to have to be a snowy shot now. He plays it wide. He elects to, as he so often does, to allow his team to get some boost. And this is looking a little bit dicey now for Edgemead as the 1 minute mark chimes. They will want to extend this lead because Dre now, if he gets the shot, and he does, absolutely incredible off the ceiling. And that is what you want to see, isn't it, Yakkles?
Yeah, this is massive work. Finding each other in the air and at pinpoint accuracy. We've seen them doing this the whole season. Getting the passes where it matters. And the last guy, all that he needs to do is just touch it correctly. Both of these teams are so mature at playing the ball to their own side, waiting for their players to reset, gather some boost, and then they reset and start with a new attack. See Snowy there, trying to find a player on the opposite side. Legal gets a good touch, the ball's in the air. And it's been fielded off by Dre. And there for a moment, the thing was just hanging there very long. And Legal again, very big tussle here in the middle. But Aaron gets an opportunity, but it's still just a back and forth. But Dre gets an opportunity, gets it past one, gets a good ball in the air. Oh, unfortunately, teammate comes flying past, and the timing is out.
9 seconds left on the clock. It is only one apiece. It is a potential, Yakkles, of being an overtime now. And they just needed to hit the floor, and there we have it. It is going to be yet another overtime, and I feel like there's been a couple, but there was a game-defining goal in 10 seconds, and that saved from one of the overtimes. But here we go, off the crossbar, and immediate dramatics here. They both want a third win under the belt, and they're wanting to do it quickly. And now, as a counter shot comes by Valas Chalas, they are breaking the chains now of structured attack and forcing quick attacks left, right, and center. 30 seconds left on the clock that have gone the way of overtime. And I don't think they're going to break it just yet.
Oh, they get a good shot there, but Dre's ready there to field. Both teams getting back 3v3. Dre gets it past one. Aaron almost beats him in the air, but it's another 50-50, and Dre gets it past, finds a crossbar, and Valas just too slow, just too low, and it might change into attack for Edgemead. But no, Point has gathered again. He goes in for the bump. Dre leaves it open for his teammate, and Aaron comes in to clear.
Well, there you have it. It is in third game, 4-point high. Game number 5 goes to Point High, and with a fantastic goal off the back of Valas Chalas. And I got to say, that was an incredible matchup there. 5 goals in the game and all the way into overtime. And we're going to have a look at the stats here.
Yeah,
and just notice this quickly. Look at that, Dre.
All even, except for Dre.
16 shots, though, Yakkles. 16 shots on the side of Point High. And I think it's one of the first times they've had more shots than the Edgemead outfit.
What? It's 12 shots versus 11 shots. 12 versus 11. Assists. Goals, this is extremely close. Demo is 4-1. Field domination, 51-49. Everything is close. And this is for the first time the scoreboard actually looks like the main score.
Yeah, it is looking very, very interesting as it is. It is 12 shots to Point High. It is 11 to Edgemead. And yeah, look, it is tight, but still in the way of Point High, and they're not used to having that level of ascendancy. Usually they're playing off efficiency of goals where they take their chances better, and now they just had more chances. So we're heading into game number 6 now, and this is an interesting situation because it is now match point for the Point High Orcas as Edgemead need to pull this one back quickly and now if they want to make it, Yakkles.
Yeah, Point High School sitting in match point. And this is the first game almost that we haven't seen the straight kick of goal. But it comes an opportunity here for Edgemead. It just pushes it to the left. But Legal has gathered again, and he can try and get his teammates. Finds a good pass there. Finds Clerks. Clerks gets it past one. And Edgemead quickly off the bat. Some good pressure here, but there's a loose ball, and Valas is going to take opportunity and almost finds the back net.
Ooh. Straight off the bat, though. Dre. Trying to get the touch across. Doesn't have much boost, so he can't do too much else but create a nuisance of himself. Has some boost now, but he's immediately under pressure. This ball coming in, and what a demo on the line it was. That was almost a certain goal there for Edgemead, but it was that demo on Legal of Voxy that made it count. And now Ehrenberg allowing it straight down to the middle with a lob high. Plays it into the corner. I feel like kids are just demoing now as shots coming across, forcing Snowy into a save. It's a little bit awkward here. Legal of Voxy forced into the touch. Fakes it, Dre coming across now, and it looks like Valas by himself gets bodied into the back of the net by Clerks. And what a goal that was.
Man, what a passage of play. I couldn't even see because there was like just smoke in the screen from all the demos. And then he runs up and gets that good 50 there. And Edgemead's one goal up. They sustain the pressure. They get a good kick off there. And he gets opportunity there, but Dre is ready there to track him. Legal gets the 50 there. He's outplayed there. Edgemead is doing everything they can to stay in this game so they can take this to full-on match point.
Well, it would be great to see Champions Field. It is always brilliant when we get a Game 7. And how sweet would it be now if we managed it, as Point High are content to stay here on defense. They aren't playing deep booming attacks and caught on the counter just like that. Point High proving the point once more, playing from deep, scoring from deep, and bringing the scores equal.
Man, just defend the ball towards the goal and something might happen. And they happened, and they drew up. And we're back to 1-1 a game. And there's a good opportunity here from Edgemead, but it's ready there. Clerks gets the ball. Good control there to get the ball in the air. Everybody without boost. Nobody can do that. Have to leave it to Snowy. Snowy with a long push. Clerks has already found boost. Has he found a teammate? And a good shot there. Good play there. Resetting, getting boost, and then he gets that good layoff to a teammate.
Well, Clerks now playing it from deep. Puts the bounce down. If he had some boost to get this in, he could have possibly done it, but Dre, with just enough time, made it back. Legal of Voxy taking the counter shots, but Snowy playing it into the corner once again, very reluctant to take the shot himself, puts the beat in and creates enough consternation. Now Legal of Voxy playing it off the ceiling, but Valas getting the final touch. Dre forced into defense, could be bodied, makes an amazing save off the line as Point High is getting peppered by shots. Clerks off the ceiling, beats one. Now Legal of Voxy keeping it down the middle. Snowy trying to face it over. Legal of Voxy not being able to get to the touch. He's going to body for mid-boost, and that's going to reset it once more.
Man, what a passage of play there. Edgemead looking a lot more in control of this game than they've been the whole series. But the ball gets there, and Point just keeps on getting these quick counter attacks straight from the back line. And you've pointed out very early in the matchup. And another goal comes from just soaking the pressure and just bouncing on a mistake.
Yeah, we just appreciate that Valas Chalice redirect, though. That's what you do all the training packs for. That touch right there was class. Just changing the angle, making it impossible for the defense. And Dre getting demoed on his own line. He's out for 3 seconds. Now Snowy passing it down. Clerks gets the touch, but doesn't get the shot. Legal of Voxy now with possession. Puts it down. Couldn't get a good pass to Clerks. Clerks still taking the shot across now. It's Snowy attempting it through an Ehrenberg. Trying to dribble the entire team in the process. Still somehow keeping possession after all of that, Yuckles.
Yeah, Point High School, you can see they're starting to bump a bit more. They're feeling the pressure, but Snowy gets a good little pass onto the goal. As Valas tries and organizes the ball, but stays again there, and Snowy has become alive in this last part of the game. But the ball is missed there, and unfortunately pushes the ball to the right there. But Jay, this could have sealed this game for them. And they give opportunity, but they're still on attack. And they're still putting some pressure, but Legal gets it past one. He's got no boost. He pushes Dre off. But Valas is there. Valas gets the ball off to Aaron. Aaron just pops the ball to the middle, and everybody can reset. Good little
Here we
solo
go,
play.
Dre. Well, putting it across. This is a little bit awkward. They want to slow down the play. They want to make sure they maintain possession. They don't have time to hand off possession now. They need a goal. They need it now. Clerks picking up a bit of boost. He's going to play it up against the backboard, trying to keep it on this side. They've got 7 seconds left on the clock, and it's looking like they're buckling under the pressure. Valas is going to take it as slow as he can, and there you have it. It is a win overall to the Point High Orcas, and Edgemead, the champions of AGC, have some explaining to do. So I know, Yuckles, this didn't count for anything but pride and a little bit of mentals, but how good do you think Point High are feeling about this right now?
And I definitely feel they have got a lot more confident. They were a bit bleak that they missed the AGCs. Unfortunately, they didn't get their timing right. They would have wanted to be at LAN, so they definitely came to play the final because they knew Edgemead was in the final, so for them it was a final. Edgemead were in control, I think, the whole time. Good field domination, had the ball, they just couldn't find the back net. And it wasn't like we had runaway games, it was all one-pointers.
Oh, no, they were all very, very close indeed. And it just shows the pedigree of these teams. Most of these games could have gone either way. And sometimes it came down to that overtime. And I see we have lost Yuckles to the Cosmos for the time being. But he's still here. He's still here. He's just examining how Point High are going to take this form into, it is Comic-Con, right, Yuckles? That's where they're going to be meeting up officially.
Yeah, we're going to Comic-Con, and if we get to Comic-Con, yeah, it looks like I'm back. Yeah, so hopefully there we go.
There
Man,
we go.
Reggie.
We got it.
But yeah, we're back. So hopefully this is going to be game one. They played each other online a lot, but I think LAN's going to be a bit different. LAN experience, and that's definitely going to come in. But yeah, Point I will step in with a bit of confidence. I still think Edgemead's going to walk there and tell the people we are the current champs. Come at us.
Okay.
But we've
yeah,
also got Oosmoed there, and Oosmoed is last year's high school esports leagues champions. So they're on the other side, and they will be facing off against the Kirin Durbanville Wolves, the team I was personally a little bit disappointed in at AGC. I thought they could have done a bit better, but we'll see. What do you think?
Well, AGC was a different beast entirely, and I think the reason why Edgemead won is because they performed so well in front of a crowd in a live location at a LAN. This is not an online event that they're preparing for, and Comic-Con is even bigger. The stages and the stakes are bigger. So I think that Edgemead are still going to feel comfortable in their preparations and heading into this LAN because they've been there before. They handled the crowd and the pressures just fine. So I think this was more just for Point High to pick themselves up and say, hey, I know we missed out on AGC, but it doesn't mean a thing. We're still in it to win it. And I'm very, very chuffed with the result. We got ourselves all the way until the end.
Yeah, well, if this is what's going to happen, it's definitely going to happen all the way right through. If all 3 matches potentially that's going to be played at LAN are going to be best of 7s, best of 5s, all the way to the end, for me as a spectator, that's what you want to see.
No, for sure. And I think we are in for a treat this time. High School Rocket League has never been any better, Yuckles. Now we get to see it with our very own eyes. We get to see the stories develop. And in a couple weeks' time, we'll be casting it live from Comic-Con. And then we'll be able to see just how much both of these teams have improved. So, Yuckles, thank you for inviting me once more. And
Thank
It's always
you.
a pleasure to be
But
here.
before we go, let's quickly just jump and see who's that series MVP. Who do you think is going to be that way?
Oh, I would say Dre. I would put it out there for Dre.
Yeah, I'd say Dre is definitely one of the people I'd say they're there, but it looks like they've already all left the lobby, and the stats are gone, so the overlay doesn't want to come on. But yeah,
So chats,
there we go.
just look into your hearts. Look into your hearts and tell us who you think it is. But we do have stats somewhere in the universe, and one day we'll figure it out. But tonight is not one of those. Valas Chalice would be close for me, but Aaron as well, very, very solid from the back. So I do think this is a team sport, and we need to recognize how close all of those games were. So I don't think an individual popped off to such an extent that it was clear and obvious who the MVP was. It's just very clear of the roles that they play. So Valas Chalas, Dre, Aaron Bird, all of you played immaculately, and congratulations to you.
This is definitely the best we've ever seen Rocket League in high schools. We've had AGC, which was a massive 7 out of the top 8 schools were there, 6 out of the top 8. You are heading this weekend? Are you heading to Bloemfontein?
I am heading to Bloemfontein, where I'll be casting Bloemfontein Rocket League. So if any of you guys are watching and you're from Bloem, I know some of you might say that you are from Bloem or grew up from Bloem, but most of you live in Joburg now. But just know that I'm heading to the deep of the Orange, deep of the Free State, and it's going to be a lot of fun there. So I know I'm going to be seeing Grey College. I know I'm going to be seeing St. Andrews, possibly. I'm not sure who else I'm going to see. I just know I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if you're watching from Bloem, come on in.
If you check chat, you'll see your wife correcting you already. It's not this weekend, it's next weekend.
Oh, well, that's why she's my wife. She remembers the things that I cannot. So it's the next weekend. It is the next weekend. It's not like tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm very late.
Unfortunately, PRG won't be there because we already have a clash date with Grey College the week after that. So we will face them there. And then we've got Comic-Con coming up, where our top 4 plus the top 8 from our Masters division will be. And then obviously RSC is starting.
Oh, RSC is starting very, very soon. On Wednesday, we have the draft, and there are only a couple days left of signups. I think signups close on the 3rd, and then draft day is on the 6th. So on Sunday night, signups close, and I wish I had this video ready for you because you're going to love it. But I will be posting it in the RSC Discord. Tells you why you should sign up, and it's from one of the biggest prospect players of all time, Alex de Fatak himself. So I will be sharing that if you are in the Discord. If you are not in the Discord, Shem, that is a very big problem for you, and I don't think I have permissions to post in here, but I'm sure that Yuckles does have the link. So if you're not joined up again for RSC, please do. And I know that Yuckles on the outro is probably going to be playing the RSC video again anyway. And you get to see just how hyped we are for this. So stick around all the way till the end, and you'll get to see what the fun is all about.
Yeah, I'll definitely be playing that outro video. That's where we're going. But before we go, I'm quickly going to post that link. So if you guys want to join the RSC, you can join there. If the link for some reason doesn't work, message me, message Bromeo. Get in there, get signed up, and good luck for your season because your hard work's starting now. Schools has ended, so I'm almost on the out, but we'll definitely be streaming. We'll be watching. I'll be in chat. And yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for hosting us, Maz. Unfortunately, you couldn't be here, but for the rest, we'll catch you soon.
They do not know the rising towers of Hillbrow. They do not know the sprawling suburbs of the north. They do not know the sweet sounds of isiXhosa, Afrikaans, Sesotho, They do not know our ways. They do not know our people. They do not know us. We are not waiting for permission. We are not asking to be seen. We are our own region. We are SSA, RSC Johannesburg, RSC Nairobi, RSC Saint-Denis. This is not just a league, it is a movement. 4 seasons deep, and we are only just beginning. We train on 200 ping. We grind through blackout. We fight through silence. And we win anyway. This is Sub-Saharan Africa. This is our fight. This is Season 4.